I'm gonna do a tier list for the best shows ever. There are 250. I won't be doing all of them, but we will be doing some of them. Dude, this is gonna be fun. You stopped watching, Russell, you stopped watching Game of Thrones before the Red Wedding? Huh? What about Star Trek TNG? Oh, I forgot about that one. How did I forget about that one? About to watch The Sopranos for the first time. Is that a show or a movie? That's how much I know about The Sopranos. I've never been into mafia stuff. I haven't even watched The Godfather. I tried to. I was so bored. So bored. I never watched that one that came out on Netflix a few years ago. The one that had like the de-aging thing with the effects. Everyone was talking about how terrible it was. It was a 3-hour-long movie. I was talking about this the other day. None of these shows we're saying are the best of all time are Netflix originals. Yo, that's true. I mean, talking about Netflix originals, what about Amazon? Amazon produce a ton of stuff. What do they've got that new Top Gear show? Okay, I'm gonna put one in here. Let's see. Can I tell you guys something? Two Broke Girls is B tier. That's a good show. I actually love Two Broke Girls. I was gutted when they cancelled that. I loved Two Broke Girls. That's genuinely a great show. This is gonna move when we start adding in the really good stuff, by the way. This is all gonna move. I'm actually so excited right now. There's so many good shows here that I get to talk about. And then there's Big Bang Theory too. The Irishman, yes. What do you think of Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Picard? So, I have seen the original... I've seen Star Trek TNG. I have seen Star Trek Discovery Season 1 and 2. I've also seen the newer Star Trek movies with Chris Pine. I think there's 3 of them. I really liked the first... Now, let me tell you the order that I watched all this in. I watched the new Star Trek movies, then I watched Discovery, then I watched TNG. Now, you may be thinking, what? But I did not know. I really liked the first 2 Star Trek movies, and the third one felt like a made-for-TV movie. It was awful. I despise Star Trek Discovery. I don't know why I've seen 2 seasons, but I actively despised that show. And when I say despised, I mean I genuinely hated it. Top to bottom, I despised it, I hated it, and I kept watching it. And I still, to this day, don't know how. TNG is one of the best shows ever made. One of the best shows ever made. Undoubtable. Okay, Two Broke Girls is going down a tier. Adventure Time's B tier. American Dad is tied with it for me. Yes, that's good. I need to get a couple of good shows in. Hannibal is almost God tier. I absolutely love Hannibal. I haven't talked about Adventure Time. I love Hannibal. I love the movies. The first 2 seasons were incredible. I think there's 3 seasons. There's either 3 or 4. The last season I hated. I hated it. The last season was an adaptation of Red Dragon. And I thought it was, everyone loved it. I thought it was rubbish. Like, I hated it. It got too artsy fartsy for me and I couldn't get into it. Way too artsy fartsy. Right. 30 Rock, Two Broke Girls goes down. 30 Rock is better than Two Broke Girls. And is as good as an American Dad and Adventure Time. Adventure Time is like low-key amazing. High-key? Low-key? I don't know which key it is, but it's amazing. The background story that goes on in Adventure Time is so goddamn interesting. I love it. Archer's underneath 30 Rock, American Dad, and Adventure Time for me. I've watched through the first 6 seasons of Archer 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. And every single time I get to the 7th season, the one after Pam gets fit. So Pam is fat up until season 5 or 6, gets thin. That season's really, really good. And then the season after when she gets fat again, that season was terrible. I got 4 episodes in and had to turn it off. I just really, really didn't enjoy it. Afterlife is good. I probably put it on par with Archer. It's very sad. It's very thoughtful. It's a lot of Ricky Gervais just saying everything that he said in tweets in a show, but I still really enjoyed that. Fawlty Towers and Alpha Now. Fawlty Towers is good. Is it alpha tier? I don't know about that. I don't know. There needs to be a tier below bottom for Star Trek Picard. Is Better Call Saul a Netflix original? Yes, it is. Did you ever watch First Contact? I haven't watched any of the Star Trek TNG movies yet. I actually want to watch through Star Trek TNG again, but with my lady because she's not seen it, and then watch the movies. Need to be careful with spoilers with all these shows. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna talk spoilers or anything. I haven't up until now, right? I don't think I have. Right, let's see. What of these do I recognize? Series of Unfortunate Events? Dude. I'm gonna put this in need to watch. I've actually seen the first 4 episodes. But the first 4 episodes of a Series of Unfortunate Events, in fact, with every episode, like, I used to read Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events as a kid, right? And I really enjoyed it. And at the beginning of every book, it would go, oh, this is a tale that you might not want to read. This is a tale that's very sad and blah, 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 right? And when you read it, it was fine. But at the beginning of every episode, they went so hard with the, oh, you don't want to watch this. This is real. Can I find an example of it? A Series of Unfortunate Events, episode 1. Can I get episode 1? I really just want to watch an intro where we get to hear it. Will this do any of the talking?
Klaus and Sonny were intelligent children. Most everything that happened to them was rife with misfortune and despair.
Your parents have perished in a terrible...
Yeah, so see the way he's talking there?
Was rife with misfortune and despair.
Every episode opens up with that guy talking about why you shouldn't watch it. And after 4 episodes, I stopped watching it because I was so sick of being told not to watch it. I just stopped. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I need to watch that. I watched season 1 when season 1 came out. I absolutely loved it. I've never gotten back into it. JR was never dead. It was a dream. You used to read Word Up magazine. You'll enjoy Generations and First Contact. The others, they're probably still better than those shy J.J. Abrams flicks, but not by much. I like the J.J. Abrams movies. I like them. I've gave that a try, but it felt flat and couldn't get into it. Yeah, I liked the movie Series of Unfortunate Events. I wish they made more. Let's see. Oh, Versace. That was a really good show, on par with Hannibal. Yeah, I don't think it was. I think it was just below. I shouldn't have put all these shows in because this is going to get really difficult. Big Mouth. Wait, Two Broke Girls is not crap tier. No way. Oh, I don't like this. I feel like I need to erase this chart. This is... I've got an idea. I've got an idea, okay? We're only doing serious stuff, because if I do all these small things, I'm going to get stuck here. I'm going to get stuck for a while. What jumps out at me? Dexter is God tier. Dexter's a God tier show, especially with the new last season that they released. It's a God tier show. I'll fight you. Maybe alpha tier once we start getting other stuff in. Ah, goddamn, it's happening already. Breaking Bad is better than Dexter. Dexter's better than Hannibal. Hannibal's better than Versace. That is fair to say. This is gonna be so much more difficult. Oh, Dark, crap. Dark is crap tier. I've tried watching that show twice. I got 6 episodes in, 4 episodes in, 5 episodes in. Every time, fell out of it so goddamn quickly. I don't know what it was. I kind of want to try and see it again, but at the same time, I just don't. You know, I just don't. I've watched a lot of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and enjoyed most of it. Really? Has the reboot already come out for Dexter? Yes! It's come out. I'm not going to tell you anything other than I loved it. I hands down loved it. It was everything that's good about Dexter and more. I highly recommend you watch the last season. Or the latest season. It's incredible. It really is. Right, what else have we got? Atypical. Arrow. You know what? I just want to make this clear. Arrow shouldn't even be on this list. I hate Arrow. Arrow is such absolute crap. It's not even comparable to The Flash. It's such garbage. It's such utter... I don't even want it on my list. Get out of here. Garbage. 90210? No. Let's see. Black Mirror. So now Black Mirror is difficult, right? Because all the episodes are different. So some of the episodes are a 10 out of 10, and some of them are a 1. What would I rather watch? Black Mirror or Versace again? I think they're kind of tied. A lot of what comes out, I feel like the latest season as well of Black Mirror really wasn't good. Did someone tell me recently that they're making a new season of Black Mirror? I feel like they got all their good ideas out in the first season. Can I talk to you about something that you've watched 5 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I am surprised you were able to get into that, Ryan, for that long. What's it showing on? I can't remember. I'm not entirely sure what Dexter's showing on. I want to talk about something right now that is going to be very divisive.
Oh, that's real good.
Jordan Peele has had one good movie. That's it. Get Out was a 9 out of 10 movie. Us was a 4. And I'm not doing like a everything below 6 is garbage. I'm doing like a real 1 to 10. A real 1 to 10, okay? Us was a 4 out of 10 movie. Maybe a 5. A 5 out of 10 movie. Nope was a 1, if I could go 0 out of 10 movie. I was driving a couple weeks ago after watching Nope with my lady. She hated it as well. I was driving with her down the road and I said, you know what? I know what the problem is. Jordan Peele made Get Out. And you could tell that he put everything he had into it. That he took probably 10 years developing that script, getting everything right, redoing it and redoing it and redoing it and redoing it. So that the final thing that we got was his masterpiece. It was incredible. He made Candyman as well. And that was another 4 or 5 out of 10. And he's made the later seasons of, not The Scary Door, The Twilight Zone. He was involved in the later seasons of The Twilight Zone. They are absolutely garbage. I mean, they're the later seasons of The Twilight Zone are absolute crap. They don't understand what made The Twilight Zone the Twilight Zone. But I was saying, yeah. So he made Get Out. And it really did feel like he'd put so much effort into it and spent years and years. And I said this. I said, you know what I think the problem is? He's probably spent a year writing each and every other script because the first one he wrote got so much applause and appraisal, or an appraise, that he now feels like he can do no wrong, so he doesn't put the same effort in. And I said, I'll prove it when we get home. Got home, opened up my phone, tried to find out how long it took him to write the script for Get Out. 5 years. He spent 5 years writing the script for Get Out. And then, Us movie came out in 2019. Get Out came out in 2017. So within 2 years, he made the script and produced the film and put it out. Okay? Not including, let's see, Candyman movie. The latest Candyman came out in 2021. Another only 2 years between Us and Candyman, which was crap as well. And then, The Twilight Zone, the latest one, let's see. That was filming in 2019 as well. And I'm pretty sure he was, did he only narrate it? I thought he was involved in the writing. Maybe he only, oh no, he is. Yeah, developed by Jordan Peele. So in 2019, he was also doing that. And then there's Nope, which came out in 2022. So after taking 5 years to make Get Out, he only took 2 years to make Us, 2 years to make Candyman, and Nope came out the year after that. And it shows so badly. And the thing that I don't understand is everyone keeps giving, like, if we check out the ratings for Nope, where is it? 82% on Rotten Tomatoes, only a 6.9 IMDb, which is actually good for IMDb, but 82%? I don't know who these people are that enjoy these movies. Oh, he drives me nuts. What was the major difference between Get Out and Us? Clones. I think there were clones. In Get Out. It wasn't a memorable movie. Black Mirror an extra point because it was innovative. No, Black Mirror wasn't innovative. Innovative. It wasn't. It was a new version of the Twilight Zone. Need to get back to work, lurking while I work. Unless I hear you hit out with an absolutely terrible take. See, now Russell's not hit out with anything, which means he agrees with the fact that Jordan Peele hasn't made anything good since Get Out, and I stand by that. What's next? Let's see. Arrow is terrible. Let's just say that again because it's so true. Bojack Horseman and Bob's Burgers, they don't belong in this list. Californication does belong in this list. It's alpha tier. I haven't watched the entirety of it. I've watched 4 seasons back in the day, and then I fell out of it. But it doesn't matter. Californication is an A-tier show. Absolutely, without a doubt, and it belongs in this list. Afterlife doesn't. Let's see, what else have we got? Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Incredible, doesn't belong in this list. Disenchantment, no. Dude, Desperate Housewives, I remember like 15 years ago or something, I used to watch Desperate Housewives just when I was bored and, you know, didn't have any DVDs to put on. I really enjoyed Desperate Housewives. I got why people liked it. The drama of it was fun. Doctor Who doesn't belong in this list. Close, but Chapo, I've not seen Chapo. ER doesn't belong in this list. Fargo belongs in this list and it's D tier. I've tried to get into Fargo. I found myself bored at the end of every episode. I've heard season 2 is really good. I could barely make it through season 1. Barely. Okay, I've got a controversial one. Firefly belongs in this list. And every single person I've ever spoken to has said that this is God tier. I think... Now, let me be clear. Sci-fi is my jam. Sci-fi is the jam to my butter and cheese sandwich. My butter, jam and cheese sandwich. It's the jam. I love sci-fi. I love The Expanse. I love space horror movies. Space horror is my favorite genre of movie. Very niche. Very, very niche. I love space horror. So space, I love. I even loved, like, what was it called? There was that show that came out a few years ago years ago. It was also a game. Can't remember what it was called. I loved that show. I love sci-fi shows. All that is to say that Firefly is a G tier show. I feel no need to go back and watch it. I feel no need to go back and watch it. What I watched was okay. Basic show, yes. It is a basic show. I don't understand what it is people enjoyed about it. And I'd go as far to say as saying it was a basic show that deserved a second and third season and nothing more. The movie was awful as well. Regardless of anything you say, if you don't put it in God tier, you're wrong. It's a G. It's not as good as Hannibal. It's as good as Black Mirror and Versace. Maybe a D tier. I'm gonna put it in G tier just because I don't know how many times I've watched it. Red Dwarf. Red Dwarf is incredible. I love it. I've watched through Red Dwarf so many times I've quite literally lost count. Here in Europe, we already have seen more dystopic sci-fi series. Firefly did nothing new. I guess it should be fair to say that I did watch Firefly for the first time 5 or 6 years ago. But still, yeah. My lady loves Firefly. She loved it. I've never been able to get into it, and I don't know why. I want to go back and rewatch it every 5 to 10 years just to see if with my mind changing and viewing things from different points of view, if maybe I end up enjoying it. Fawlty Towers doesn't belong in this list. Family Guy, no. Futurama is the best animated show ever made. Easy peasy. Not even close. Rick and Morty is second. Let's see, Gravity Falls. I'm gonna put something in this list that's gonna shock you soon. I think it will shock you. Happy. Oh my god, Happy is a god tier show. Happy is a god tier show. I forgot about this. It was cancelled. I am still furious about the fact that Happy was cancelled. If you have never seen Happy, trust me, you have never seen anything like it. It is god tier, so good on every single level. It's got so much inspiration from comic books. The main guy, just everything about it. My lady couldn't watch it. She thought it was too gross. In season 2, I think she thought it was too gross. But and some of the characters in it are so creepy, it's beyond belief. But oh my god, dude, Happy is. We gotta watch a little trailer, okay? This might ruin some things, okay? I need you to see. Oh, I might not actually be able to show this on YouTube, but it's on YouTube, so how could I not? See, I don't have that stupid stuff of like Twitch where, oh, can I show this on Twitch? Can I not? It's on YouTube, so I can show it. Okay, let's watch this one.
My life is an ever-swirling toilet that just won't flush. I don't think I can die.
That should be enough for you. I'm leaving it there. Those 18 seconds should be more than enough to tell you how incredible in every single way that Happy is. Oh, I'm gonna watch it through again soon. Dude, one of my favorite shows ever made. Happy, watch it, please. You will not regret it. The only thing you'll regret about it, okay, you might regret something, is that you watched it knowing that there's not a third season and there won't be one. Incredible. Hey Wally, how's it going, man? Trencher, I'm not gonna read that. That's yeah, I don't know about it. Let's see, a little bit, you know. Let's see. Iron Fist is one of the worst shows ever made. Doesn't belong in this list. House of Cards is a B tier show. I never watched the last season. Ryan, I've never gotten you to do this. Are you able to delete that comment? Just to know. I was in the bathroom, missed all 18 seconds. We're on YouTube. You can go back, rewind, and then catch up. Because we're on YouTube now, which has a rewind function. House of Cards. You can. Cool. Great. House of Cards is a B tier show. It's almost an A tier show. I hate that the last season was swapped around. I never watched it because I was interested in the main character, who was Kevin Spacey, who is a bit of a dick apparently, which sucks, really sucks. But I think House of Cards was made. Oh, I'm putting it in A. House of Cards was better than Hannibal. As good as Dexter and Californication? Yeah. I'm gonna put it. It's really close, but I'm putting it B. I just watched The Rehearsal, probably the most mental show ever. Also Severance, probably the best show ever. I have Severance, and I've not watched it yet. I really want to watch it. House of Cards is an automatic crap tier because of Spacey. See, I'm separating the actor from the art, because if we don't do that, I really do feel like there'd be almost nothing to watch or listen to anymore. Like, for instance, what's his name? The Baby killed a guy. That's all his music gone. And this goes on and on. DMX, horrific homophobe in half of his music. That's all his music gone, you know? It's, if we don't separate, I mean, let me put it this way. This is what you know what I wish that they would do instead? But here's what I think that they should do. And I think this would help a lot of people's consciences, okay? I'm just gonna sort this out right now. Very easy. If someone is accused of something and convicted of it, I really truly do believe that there should be some kind of, if they're like it's Spacey, there should be something that takes away any royalties that he's due, or half of the royalties that he's due go to charity or something like that. Like in the court case, if you're convicted of something, half of any previous earnings, not future work, must go to the charity of choice of the person who you were convicted because of. Something like that, because I don't know, man. It is messed up knowing that, like, Kevin Spacey might still get royalties or something from House of Cards. I don't know how often you get royalties in movies and shows, but yeah. Yeah. Netflix love cancelling originals after 1 to 2 seasons. Just to replace them with shows like Is It Cake? Is It Cake an actual show? I get you had to separate the actor from the art, but he became the character for real. Do you think that Kevin Spacey got lost in sauce? But like, he ended up becoming the character because he'd spent so long as him? That was his longest role in something, right? Because he normally does movies. I don't think he's been in any other role longer, so I'm wondering if maybe he got lost in it, and that's why he became the character in real life. Is It Cake sucks. I didn't know that was a show, nor do I have any interest in it based on the title. Right, what else have we got? Heroes. I watched season 1, 2 episodes of season 2, and watched nothing else. Season 1 of Heroes was D tier. I wouldn't put it above that at all, even slightly. Fear the Walking Dead doesn't really belong in this list, but it is a G tier, I would say. No. It's not as good as Versace. I think I've messed up with Versace. I think Versace's a B tier. Versace's a B tier. I messed up with that. Versace's B tier, that shouldn't have been in G tier at all. No. Things will get shifted around a little bit, you know? They're shifted around a little bit. Always Sunny in Philadelphia is a god tier, but it's not a serious show, and I'm doing serious shows. Now, in saying that, here is the twist. iZombie is a little bit of a serious show. It is an A tier show. I'm not joking. If you haven't seen iZombie, watch it. You will probably love it. It's comedy. It's a little bit of drama. It's a good formula. It evolves. It goes places with the script. It's genuinely a good show. It really, I went into it. Okay, hold on. Wally, you're saying credibility slipping because I'm saying iZombie is A tier. Have you seen it? Is Dexter New Blood on there? I don't know. I've got Dexter here, and I'm putting Dexter in A tier along with New Blood. And because of New Blood. If you've seen iZombie, you know what I'm talking about. Season 1, I think it gets better every season. Maybe one season is as good as the rest, but I loved it. I missed that show. There's very few shows that I finish, and I think, oh my god, I missed that. I genuinely and really do miss iZombie. I really do. I'm not saying it's bad, but putting it up there, for real. I love iZombie as much as I love Dexter and Californication. I would watch iZombie before watching Hannibal, House of Cards, Versace, Black Mirror, Firefly, Fargo, Heroes, and Dark. I would watch it before all of them. What would I watch sooner? iZombie or Californication? That's tough. Dexter or iZombie? That's tough. It's not as good as Happy and Breaking Bad, for sure. But it's good. It really is. You have to try it. You really do. Happy? Try that first. iZombie? Second. I'd agree with Wally if I agreed with more than 2% of his opinions in the first place. Listen, every single opinion I have is the best opinion ever. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. Okay? Mindhunter. Oh, Mindhunter is a alpha tier. Is it? Or is it B tier? Alpha tier. Yes. Mindhunter's alpha. I love Mindhunter. It might be God tier. I don't know. It might be God tier. It might be. Because it's really good. Really, really good. If you told me there was a new season of Mindhunter out next week, I would scream with excitement. It's God tier. Mindhunter's God tier. It's got to be. It's got to be. If you think iZombie and Mindhunter are one tier below Breaking Bad. Well, listen, I'm actually thinking right now that we maybe need another tier here. Because, let's be real. Heroes and Fargo aren't crap. And I'm only talking about season 1 of Heroes. And I'm only talking about season 1 of Fargo. Because I couldn't make it past either of them. They're not crap. Dark is crap. I don't know. I don't know. Firefly and Black Mirror are not as good as Hannibal or House of Cards or Versace. These are another league, okay? Dexter and Californication are better than Hannibal, House of Cards, and Versace. Are they? Shit. Now that I'm looking at it and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking maybe Dexter and Californication should be on the same level. I do feel like Dexter... Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah. Which puts iZombie as B tier, Breaking Bad and Happy and Mindhunter as A tier. I think that makes more sense. I think that makes more sense. Yeah. I think that makes the most sense. Black Mirror 4th tier? Yes. Yeah. Black Mirror is not... There's no way you're going to tell me Black Mirror is as good as Dexter or Californication or Hannibal, House of Cards, Versace, or iZombie, in my opinion. There's no way, because the episodes aren't consistent. They're not consistent. They're not. They're not consistent. Mindhunter better than Dexter? Yes. Easy. Yes. Yes, it is. Dexter's not as consistent as Mindhunter is. You've all clearly never watched Lazy Town. I actually haven't watched Lazy Town. Breaking Bad out of God tier? Well, no, I know. Yeah, we do need a God tier benchmark. I'm looking for it. Oh, easy! Got it! Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is God tier. Not including the last season, because that never happened. That never happened. Game of Thrones is God tier. And there's no way you're gonna tell me Breaking Bad is as good as Game of Thrones. There's no way. I'll fight you. There's no way. Oh, please. No, there's no way. What else have we got? I need another God tier. I need Black Sails. Where the hell is Black Sails? Why is it not in this list? It's got to be. Where's Vikings? X-Files? I've never seen it. Westworld? God tier. Okay? Avatar be God tier? No. I've never seen Avatar. I don't like the animation. Breaking Bad is 3 times better, 5 times better. No! Breaking Bad is not... Maybe I need to rewatch it, but I don't look back at Breaking Bad the same way I look back at Game of Thrones. Westworld, no. Hold on, Wally, have you seen the last season of Westworld? Well, actually, I don't know if it's going to be the last season. Have you seen the latest season of Westworld? Because you're saying no, it dropped off. But have you seen the latest season? I'm waiting. God tier benchmark is clearly Johnny Bravo. Yo, Johnny Bravo is actually amazing. I can't believe we're allowed to watch that as kids. Wally, I'm waiting. Have you seen the last or latest season of Westworld? Because if you have, you would agree that it is God tier. Season 1 amazing. It got progressively worse. The last season was only better than the one before. See, I disagree. I think that season 2 was worse than season 1. And season 3 was worse than season 2. But season 4 was as good as season 1 because of season 2 and 3. I do think that because of the vision, because of the risks that they took with the script, there's not many shows that have the balls to step outside, other than, off the top of my head, The Expanse. And I've not seen the latest season of The Expanse, okay? Back to Lurkin, please no bad takes. Don't worry, all my takes are the best takes. The Expanse is, if you tried to guess what the end of season 4 would be, let's say, while watching season 1, you quite literally couldn't do it. It's impossible. You couldn't guess what season 4 is going to be. And the same thing can be said for Westworld. Well, almost the same thing for Westworld. I feel like Westworld is, if you watched season 1 of Westworld and you went, what do you think the last season's going to be? I feel like you'd go, well, it'd be really cool if they did this, but they'll never do it. And then they did do that. It can't be God tier with 50% hit rate on seasons. I really feel like the last season was so good. I really, really liked, like, the last season is so good that I feel like it belongs above Happy, Mindhunter, and Breaking Bad. I really do. Oh. I really do. You have to understand, I'm using everything in my power not to put Happy in God tier. I really am. Because I feel like it belongs up there as well. Young Sheldon, well, the Orville is an A tier show. It's almost God tier. I've seen season 1 and 2, I haven't seen 3 yet. A tier show. It is incredible. It's everything that was great about TNG for 2020s. That's what it is. And I cannot recommend it enough. It's Seth MacFarlane humor, a little bit of that. It takes risks that TNG didn't even take. The characters feel like a movie. Not a movie, feel like a game in that they actually progress and are real. The best example I can use for the Orville is, I remember, I think it was season 1, episode 3 or 4, there's this big thing that happens. I'm not going to tell you exactly because you have to see it. In the first few episodes of season 1, there's this big thing that happens that's really kind of shocking. And it's a comparison to how people do things here on Earth in, I think it's over in, I think it was supposed to be compared to somewhere in either the Middle East or in Africa, right? And it was some kind of ritual that they do, right? And it was supposed to be kind of similar, but not similar, you know? And it was kind of a really shocking episode because it ended sad. Like the thing, you know how most episodes it's, oh, we're gonna save this person. Oh, I don't know if I can save them. We saved them. There was no saving them. There was no stopping the bad thing from happening. There was none of that. It just happened. And that's kind of where it ended. And it really left you feeling kind of like sad and empty inside. Because you didn't expect that the bad thing would happen, right? And then, in season 2, episode 6, these two characters get into an argument and start fighting, like verbally fighting. And you're just sitting there like, oh my god, they're fighting about what happened in season 1, episode 2 or 3 or 4. And if you look back at all the episodes, you realize that these two people were getting along less and less as time went on. And were looking for ways to spend time apart from each other through missions or work or whatever, or visiting people. Like their relationship in the background was falling apart in the most subtle ways. And if you really watched it, you could see that. And that's why The Orville is an A-tier show, because it's got little things like that. The good thing doesn't always happen. It's not always the result you want. It's fresh. It feels good. And it's got that good humor and that silly, like, you know, will they, won't they type of thing. I love everything about The Orville. I really do. I think watching The Orville before I watched TNG made me have more of an appreciation for the next generation, because I was seeing what they were doing with the same type of thing, but way back when, and they were the originals, or second, or whatever it was. Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. I tried watching that with my lady and she made me turn it off after 5 minutes because she was so bored. I am going to try and watch it on my own though. Severance is a better interpretation of Westworld, so the fact you haven't seen Severance probably holds Westworld up. God damn it. I might start watching that tonight then. What am I watching right now? I'm watching Game of Thrones, Rick and Morty. What am I watching? Resident Alien. Very good show. That's a solid A, maybe. That's a B tier show. That's really good though. Wish there was a lot less of the humor in The Orville, and having the actress from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. He's throwing me off. See, I've not seen Deep Space Nine because I watched the first episode and it was terrible. And I couldn't make it through. Let's see, what else have we got? The Flash is better than Supergirl and all that, but they don't belong in the list. I'm going from the bottom up here. Vikings. I want to be very clear when I say this, okay? Vikings is a god tier show. Better than Game of Thrones, and I should do this left to right. That really will piss some people off. Yes! Firefly is worse than Black Mirror. Heroes is better than Fargo. Dexter is better than Californication. Hannibal is not better than Californication. House of Cards is better than Hannibal. Versace's not better than Hannibal. iZombie's not better than any of them. Breaking Bad is better than Mindhunter, but Happy is better than Breaking Bad. The Orville is... I don't feel like it's in the same league as these ones, so I'm going to leave it where it is. Vikings is better than Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is better than Westworld. Westworld is better than Happy. I'm happy with this list right now. Putting them in order was big brain. But Vikings is one of the best shows ever made. It's not as good as Black Sails, but it is incredible. Is there really no Black Sails here? Better... No. Wow, because this is in alphabetical order, I think. Is it not? Yeah, well, not completely, but more or less. I can't believe it. There's no black sails here. Oh my god, what's that show that's on Netflix? There is another show that's there is a god tier Netflix show. Where is it? Ozark. Ozark is god tier, better than Westworld, better than Game of Thrones. Ozark, god tier show. It definitely belongs up there, which then also brings into question Stranger Things. Stranger Things. Oh boy! Things are about to get divisive. Stranger Things is a B tier show, but the best of the B tier shows. I'm gonna come back to that in a minute. You mix House of Cards and Californication. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Californication's better than House of Cards. Thank you. Oh, is that better than Breaking Bad? 100%. 100%. 100%. Maybe I need to rewatch Breaking Bad. I possibly need to rewatch it. But I've seen Breaking Bad twice. I've seen Ozark once. I liked Ozark more. I thought it was much better. Severance, I went into with really low expectations, only intended to watch one episode, ended up watching the entire thing when it wasn't a reasonable time for me to binge something. I like that. I remember I saw the main actor that's in Severance, and I love Parks and Recreation. I've seen that through 2 or 3 times. Love that show. It is one of the best comedies ever made. Better than The Office, for sure. It's same format as The Office, but it is done better, and that's undeniable. But what was I saying? Ozark? I don't know. I lost track. Severance, yes. So when I saw that the main character from Severance, it was in Parks and Rec, that sold it for me. I just haven't watched it, and then I heard it's really good. You'll do better on a second attempt of Deep Space Nine. I don't know if I will, man. Like, I tried to watch. Now, let me be clear. I tried to watch the first episode of Deep Space Nine, and I turned it off after 20 minutes. And then I started it again 20 minutes in, about 3 days later, turned it off 20 minutes later. And then I tried it a third time and turned it off after 5. I could not, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. And I think it's just because I got to the bit where the guy's on the beach. That's where I got to. He's on the beach walking in episode 1, which is a 2-parter. I hated it. There was nothing about it I liked. Like, nothing. But I didn't like a single character. No, there was a character I didn't mind. I can't remember who it was. But there was basically nothing that I liked about it. I tried with Ozark so many times, fell asleep 3 times during season 1. Ozark is incredible. Trust me. Trust me. I think Ozark shined a light on 2 of the best actors I've ever seen. And I think that in the next 10 years, both of those actors are going to be huge. There was a scene in the last season of Ozark that was so... It was by Ruth. Let me see. Hold on. Don't look at the screen if you don't want any spoilers for Ozark. Ozark. I don't know what her name is. Julia Garner. Right, you can look now. Julia Garner. This woman is absolutely incredible. She is one of the best actresses I have ever seen in my life. I swear down, I would put everything I have on this statement, okay? I'd put everything I have on this statement. In 50 years, she will be known as one of the greatest actresses to ever live. I put everything I have on it. She is absolutely incredible. I loved every single millisecond of every scene she was in. I'm telling you, she's amazing. I can't wait to see like what she's in, like the next stuff she's in. I can't wait. She really is incredible. Don't look if you don't want spoilers for Ozark. Who's the other? Ben Davis, actor, what's his name? Tom Pelfrey. This guy as well. Oh, he's got no picture on his Wikipedia. Oh, can I get a... Okay, you can look now. It's safe to look. This guy, again, another guy whose acting was on another level. But the reason these actors acting was so good is because the directing was perfect. The cinematography, the color grading, even the color grading matches the emotions of what's being said. Everything about this show was a masterpiece, top to bottom. It is a god tier show, second only to Vikings currently. She was in the show Maniac. I've not seen that. Is she good in it? Tell me she's good in it. Tell me she's great in it. Tell me she's incredible in it. Stranger Things isn't as good as Dexter for me personally. You know what? I thought that people were going to say Stranger Things shouldn't be B tier. Do we all agree that Stranger Things is not better than, let's say, Breaking... Do we agree that that Stranger Things is around about the same level as Dexter, House of Cards, and Hannibal? We can agree on that, right? It's not an A tier show. Season 1 was really good, and everything since then. The latest season was really good. I'm really excited for what the next season's going to be. Assuming the next season's the last season, which I hope it is, I'm excited for the last season. I thought this latest one was good though, really good. The beach scene is admittedly one of the worst moments in the entire series, but once you get past that, the rest of the episodes hold up. In Deep Space Nine, okay. You will come around on many of the characters and haven't even seen some of the cool main cast. Okay, wait. She was Anna Delvey. That show was amazing. Maniac. Is Maniac the one with the chick from Orange is the New Black? She's got the big red hair. Or am I thinking of something else? Inventing Anna was so good, but Maniac is like a twisted sci-fi Black Mirror style thing. It is? Maniac. I need to think, I'm storing it upstairs. Never seen, don't care about Stranger Things like most of these. I think Stranger Things is good. I definitely recommend watching it. Maniac is the one with Jonah Hill and Emma Stone. Oh, I know the one you're talking about. I can't stand Jonah Hill. I feel about Jonah Hill the same way everyone feels about Seth Rogen. That's the best way I can put it. There's something about him. I just need to. I think about it. Maybe. Hold on. Let me see here. Jonah Hill. I just need to see his face when he talks. I just want to see him talk. There's something about the way that it just.
Hello GQ, my name is Jonah Hill and these are my essentials.
There's something about the way that he is and the way that he talks. Hold on. I want to see him in a scene. He always seems to have like this if I had to act Jonah Hill, that's why every time I think that's all I
sidetracked. I'm sorry. I'll just kill myself.
No! He's literally acting the way that I just did right now. I just went to a random point in this video and he's doing this thing that I just said, dude.
Funny. We're getting sidetracked. I'm sorry.
Literally, I couldn't have done that any more perfect. That's exactly what his every scene he's in feels like that to me. I can't get out. Maybe I'll, you know. I don't know, man. I don't like Jonah Hill. I don't know if I can watch him. I hate him on sight. I don't hate him, he annoys me. The director of The Last Bond, I don't like. I don't think. It is a bit of a take. I don't think any of the Daniel Craig Bond movies are actually good. I think they're watchable and a good way to pass time. Quote a good scene to me from any of the latest Bond movies. I haven't seen the latest one, but tell me a good scene from one of the latest movies. Tell me one memorable interaction with a villain. I remember the one where what was it? He's talking to Bond scene. Oh my god, what was it? Let me just do villain. This one. I actually love this scene. This is the only memorable scene from any of the latest Bond movies. See what I mean with... This is not suspenseful, this is boring. Some directors don't understand the difference between suspense and boredom.
Hello, James.
I can't put it any louder, by the way.
Do you like the island? My grandmother had an island. Nothing too bold.
It's so goddamn quiet. How is it? Can I find
My grandmother had an island. Nothing to boast of. You could walk around.
It's unhearable. It doesn't matter. This is the only scene that's really good. And it is cool how as it goes on he kind of walks towards, and you know, it's very well shot, etc. But yeah, that's the only memorable thing from every single Daniel Craig movie. The rest of them were so snooze fest, man. He's become a bit pretentious. Oh, you're talking about Jonah Hill. Even though he's like a burnout skater dude who probably doesn't even skate. Well, he can't. Well, maybe he can skate, but he's huge, so it wouldn't surprise me if you know, he's like the skater dude that watches people skate. Reminds me of a rich kid who acts poor for aesthetic. Ah, shit, you kind of nailed it, huh? Yeah, you're right. I've never even heard of that dude before, but his voice and face and everything make me love him. Craig Bond is mid, yeah. The name's Bond, James Bond, they quoted it for you. Bond is like a BBC show in a way. It's designed to be good, but safe. I guess it's safe in terms of using the same formula from every other Bond movie, but I wouldn't say it's safe in terms of modern movies. I don't feel like a lot of movies have the balls to take things as slow as the Bond movies did. And I do wish a lot more movies would do that. Like, if you remember Al Pacino movies back in the day. Oh! What's I just want to hear Al Pacino go, oh! I just want to hear him talk.
I'm going to recommend to the disciplinary committee.
No, I don't want to hear you talk.
That you be expelled.
Want it.
Opportunity to speak on.
Mr. Sam's doesn't want it.
Mr. Sam's doesn't want it.
Labeled, still worthy of being a bad man. What the hell is that? What is your
Where is he looking? What is he looking at?
motto here? Boys, inform on your classmates. Save your hide. Anything short of that, we're gonna burn you at the stake? Well, gentlemen.
Is he supposed to be blind in this movie? A genuine question.
When the shit hits the fan, some guys run and some guys stay. Here's Charlie facing the fire, and there's George hiding in Big Daddy's pocket.
Oh my god, look how young he is there! Oh my god! Oh. Requiescat in pace.
And what are you doing? You're gonna reward George. And destroy
Dude, Al Pacino. I wish they would make movies like Al Pacino and Robert De Niro movies. Those movies! Those were great movies! You know? Oh, I love those movies, man. Mr. Sunday movies have such a good breakdown of Craig Bond movies. Really? Didn't you love that one scene in that one movie where Daniel Craig gets his nuts crushed for some reason? Oh my god, I forgot about that! I forgot about that! No idea which one was just in the room. I do remember that! Your mafia accent is perfect. Thank you. Someone holding up his script. It kind of looked like that, right? Okay, let's get back to the list. Let's see here. Is there anything else here? I feel like Preacher actually does belong in this list, and I'm going to put it in need to watch. Maybe I watched one season and I enjoyed it, but there was something about it I couldn't get into with it, and I stopped watching, but I did like it. The secondary character in this, where? Oh, I need pictures. No. IMDb. I need pictures of the actors. Let's see. Oh, this guy, and I don't see the other guy here, but this guy is an incredible actor. He was originally in Misfits, the UK show, that is a 10 out of 10 show. He's incredible. So funny, so natural, so wild and wacky. I love him. Amazing actor. There's another one. It's not Graham McTavish, is it? I think it's... No, not him. Someone else is in this show. I don't see his picture. It was in season 1. This guy who played Rorschach in whatchamacallit, in Watchmen, that boring, terrible movie. Watchmen is a boring, terrible movie. This is the guy I'm talking about, by the way. This guy, he is a top tier. I want to do a list of actors. Thursday actor list. I'm enjoying this. It's fun. Is The Boys in the list? Oh shit, that's a good question. It would be under B. So around. I really wish I could search by name. I don't see unless it's under T for the. Well, there's Blackwood. Yeah, The Americans. The Crown. I actually don't see The Boys. That's shocking. Maybe I'm just missing it. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. No. The 100 is here, but The Boys isn't. When was this made? Am I blind? The Walking Dead. It's just The Walking Dead is in this list. Shit, The Walking Dead is in this list, and The Walking Dead is a D tier show. It's the best of the D tier shows. I fell out like season 9 or something. I don't know. The last thing I saw, I watched the first season with Negan, and that was it. Or maybe the second season with Negan. I don't really remember. How is The Boys not here? Am I crazy? US office is better than the UK. That's true. That is actually true. UK The Boys is not funny. It's just cringe. I'm gonna run away with fingers in my ears. I saw 2 episodes of Misfits, liked them, and left the UK and never saw any of it again. It's an incredible show. It goes up and down, but it is really good. Right, let's go through this list one more time. I think I've got just about everything. There's a lot of shows that I like that I'm not seeing here. Let's see, American Gods. I actually really want to watch that. That's on my want to watch list, as well as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Fear the Walking Dead is good. I don't think it belongs in this list, despite the fact it is as, you know what? Fear the Walking Dead is better than The Walking Dead. That's a fact. Well, the first 4 seasons, I think that's what I watched. I much preferred that. Better Call Saul is a... Can I tell you guys something shocking? Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad, and I'll quite literally fight you to the death over that. Better Call Saul is better. See, I feel like I need to watch Breaking Bad again, because I just think Breaking Bad is not that good in my memory. It's just not. It's just not. Better Call Saul was better. Is better. I haven't seen the latest season. Walking Dead got better again, but to be fair, still not near its peak better. I thought the best seasons of The Walking Dead were season 1 and 2. And after that, it all went downhill. Every single season was consistently worse than the last one up until Negan, when it got somewhat better. Can't believe I've watched as much of the 100 as I did. Man, that was an amazing, consistent downward spiral. I really want to watch the 100. It looks good. Fear's not better than The Walking Dead. I think it is. I enjoyed it much more. It felt much more tight and they knew what they were doing, and the story was more exciting. It felt more like a game than the like boring, like mono, you know. Better Call Saul is slightly worse than Breaking Bad, but only slightly. I think it's slightly better. But I guess that really comes down to taste. Is The Good Place on here? Good question. That actually does, I think that does deserve to be on this list. Let's go through it. Hold on. Bates Motel, I want to watch that. I don't know what it is, but it looks interesting. Series of Unfortunate Events, I do want to watch that again. Big Mouth, no, this is some more serious list. Billions, Blue Bloods, Boardwalk Empire, Bob's Burgers, Bodyguard, Bojack Horseman. Bojack Horseman almost deserves to be on this list. Afterlife does deserve to be on this list. And I think it's the best. It's the second best of. It's a G tier. I'm going to start putting in less serious shows now that we've got this built up. I'd say that Firefly is better than Afterlife and Black Mirror is better than Firefly. I think that's fair. I don't want to put in shows like 30 Rock and that, because that makes it difficult, because 30 Rock is an A tier show, but does it belong up there with Breaking Bad? That's when it starts to get a little bit confusing, you know? So I'm keeping Adventure Times and 30 Rock's out, while, you know, Afterlife is a little bit more of a serious show. iZombie's the only one that really breaks the barrier, because it gets kind of serious every now and then. Let's see, Departed, Archer, no, Bosch, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, almost deserves to be on the list, but doesn't quite. Columbo's here? Okay, how old is this? Elementary Chapo. Don't know what that is. Doctor Who, Downton Abbey. Let's see, ER, no, Faulty Towers, not on this list, no. Friday Night Lights, I've never seen that, I've heard it's good. Friends, no, it doesn't belong in this list. Also, Friends is not that good. Friends is good, but it's not as good as, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is the best comedy ever made. That's undeniable. And then I'd say 30 Rock, and, oh, I mean, Good Place is way above Friends. Although The Good Place is a little bit more serious, so difficult to compare. 30 Rock is definitely better, and It's Always Sunny is better than that. And then, what's that other one that I'm thinking of? The Office is better than Friends, and, oh my god, what am I thinking of? I can't remember what the other one is, but that's better too. Friends is a good comedy, but that's kind of where it ends. Gossip Girl, not Gossip Girl, Gilmore Girls. My lady loves Gilmore Girls. Let's see, Gotham. I actually want to watch Gotham, although I've not heard anything good about it. Love, Death, and Robots. I'm putting this on the list, and it's a crap tier. Above Dark. Now, I want to be clear. The first season of Love, Death, and Robots is one of the best seasons of anything that I've ever seen. It's one of those, you know, remember the Matrix animated thing that had a whole bunch, I can't remember the word, something with an A, is it an anthology? Remember the Matrix had the Animatrix, that was it, and it was a bunch of different animations all put together. That's what Love, Death, and Robots is. It's a bunch of different animations, a bunch of different stories, not really in the same world, but you can imagine it is if you want. It would kind of fit. And the first season was 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I absolutely loved it beginning to end. Season 2 was so bad in comparison that I watched it all in one night, and I was actually like physically mad. I was physically angry. Like my skin got hot. I was like when I get angry, my skin tingles and gets really hot, and my eyes go really, really black. Like my pupils expand and go real black. And I saw myself in the mirror, and I had all the fucking symptoms, Frelling symptoms, of being furious. Because it was so bad and such a disappointment that I was, oh my God, I was so angry. I was so angry because I'd been looking forward to it for a year. A year. Once a week I'd think about it. I loved it. Season 2 was awful. And season 3 that just released was worse than that. And it's crap. I disown you. You're dead to me. Where was I? Let's see. Oh, Legends of Tomorrow. Awful show. Absolute rubbish. Killing Eve. Killing Eve is the best B-tier show there is. It's almost A tier, but the last season that I saw wasn't that good. I haven't seen the most recent one. It is absolutely the best of B tier, better than Stranger Things easily. It's incredible. Both of those women are just so good, especially the chick that plays Villanelle, I think her name is. Oh my God, incredible. And thank you, Wally. Thank you for saying sorry for your loss. Losing Love, Death and Robots was very upsetting to me. Killing Eve is the best Gamma tier. If you saw the last season, you'd agree. No, don't. No. It's funny because season 1 was A tier. Season 2 was B tier. And unlike Westworld, I just can't look past it. If you're telling me that the latest season is even worse, oh God. Oh God, why? Let's see, what do we have? Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones is serious enough to be in this list. I don't know whether to put Jessica Jones. Season 1 was a 10 out of 10 for me. Season 2 was about a 7. And I don't know whether that goes B tier or best of B tier or worst of A tier. I'm gonna go best of B tier for Jessica Jones. I would say it's better. I would rather watch Jessica Jones again than Killing Eve, but only slightly. Really like Jessica Jones season 1. Season 2 was garbage. Yeah. Last season of Killing Eve ruined it all for me. Oh boy. Okay then. Okay, Iron Fist is crap tier, and I want to be very clear, it's the worst of crap tier. Iron Fist, I couldn't even finish. Same with Luke Cage. Season 2 was so bad, me and my lady agreed to not watch it after the first 4 episodes. It was so bad. So awful. And season 1 was barely good. I would say that it's second best of crap tier. Yeah, I really didn't like it. Ugh, yeah, ugh. Lost. Oh, I've never seen the end of Lost. People have spoiled the end for me, so I'll never get like I've seen like 4 seasons or 5 seasons of it and I fell out. I do, however, think that Lost is the worst of B tier. I think it's that good. I think it's B tier. I think it's above G tier, but the worst of B tier I think is fair. Did you see the end of Dexter? Both endings of Dexter? Yes, I have. No spoilers, but yes, I have. And that's what gets Dexter into B tier. Oh man, actually, you know what? The thing I've got to keep in mind here is, are all of these on par? Dexter is as good as Californication. Is Stranger Things as good as Dexter and Californication? Yes. Killing Eve? Yes. Jessica Jones? Yeah. House of Cards? Yes. House of Cards is almost A tier. So's Californication. So's Dexter. So's Hannibal and Versace. It gets a little bit iffy with iZombie and Lost, but I think that they all do belong in B tier. I do think Mindhunter is an A tier show, along with the Orville, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and Happy. Vikings, Ozark, Game of Thrones, and Westworld are all God tier. I think that's fair. Yeah. I've seen both endings of Dexter. It should almost be A tier. It really is very close. I'm doing it. I'm saying that Dexter is A tier. I'm really thinking about Dexter right now, and it is an A tier show. It is. It is. It's almost as good as Breaking Bad and Mindhunter, the Orville. Yeah. It's an A tier show. You know what, Wally? You're right. Marco Polo, another Netflix show destroyed before its time. It is an A tier show. I loved this show. I would put it in God tier if there was what. Is this the best of A tier? I'm putting it just behind Breaking Bad. I loved Marco Polo. I genuinely, beginning to end, loved it. I'm still like pissed off that Marco Polo never got a third season. But that show cost millions to make, and you could tell it looked incredible. Let's see here. Louis, I've heard Louis is good. I've not seen it. I've heard Mad Men is good. I've not seen it. Malcolm in the Middle. Misfits. Misfits is A tier. Misfits is better than Stranger Things. Yeah, for sure. Yes. Misfits is A tier. The end of A tier, but A tier. 100%. Dexter's endings are so bad. It's so hard to fairly judge every episode, but it pretty much has only 1.5 bad episodes. The original finale, the second half of the last finale. I actually really like the second half of the last finale. I know, I can tell, you could tell when it came out it was going to be divisive, but I actually really did enjoy the second half of Dexter. Don't get me wrong, I wish that the story went another way, but it was realistic, and I did like it. I did. I thought it was fair as well. It was fair to the character, to the world, to everything. I liked it. Where are we? Louis, Mad Men, Married with Kids. I always thought that was called Married with Kids. It was Married with Children. Modern Family fell out of that 5 seasons in, doesn't belong on the list anyway. Monk I used to like. Mr. Robot is a show that I really want to watch. I watched 1 season and fell out of it. It felt very difficult to keep up with that show. I don't know what it was about it. Narcos is an A tier show just behind Breaking Bad. I love Narcos. Narcos Mexico and Narcos. Both A tier shows. Incredible. Yeah. I highly recommend both of those. Orange is the New Black belongs on this list, and I think it's the best of G tier. Orange is the New Black is weird, because at times it goes up to the end of A / top of B, and then it goes all the way down to the bottom of D. There's some seasons of that show are so, there's one season that I was so goddamn bored that I watched it, like, I don't watch movies or shows in bed unless it's like Red Dwarf, something that doesn't matter, Peep Show, something like that. And to be clear, because of the title of it, Peep Show is a UK show that you see through the eyes of people. Peep Show, because it's a first person show. You've got to clarify that every single time, because it's just weird if you don't. So I don't watch serious shows in bed, ever. I like to sit on the sofa, recline the sofa, put the TV on, have the sound bar, the very cheap sound bar with a very cheap... I can't wait to replace them both. I'm going to talk about it forever when I do. I'm so excited. Oh, 1 more month till Black Friday. Yeah, that's how I watch everything. Has to be in the living room. Sometimes I sit on the floor. I'm a sit on the floor and eat type of guy. I like to sit on the floor, plate on my lap. I like to sit on the floor while I'm watching. I like to sit on the floor. I used to love sleeping on the floor as well. It's something, I don't know what it is. I just like to be grounded, you know? I like to ground myself. I'm standing on the floor right now, as opposed to flying. But yeah, like, that's how I watch my movies and shows. Orange is the New Black. I lay in bed, upside down, on my phone through an entire season because it was so goddamn boring. It's the best of G tier. Barely, because some of the seasons are so good. And hey, Bit, how's it going, man? Oh, things. Oh, yo. I've only seen the Pablo Narcos, but loved it. Dude. I loved the actor that played Pablo Escobar in Narcos. Can we get a good scene with him? Okay, this might be a spoiler. This is probably a spoiler. I just want to see a good scene with him in it. Hold on. This is probably going to be spoilers, so if you've not seen Narcos, 6 years old now, just don't look, okay? Oh, it's so quiet. Hold on. It's quiet. Let's go for this one. Why is it? I need to find... I know there's an app or an extension you can get that can boost your volume for YouTube. I'm going to have a look into that. I don't know what it was about the actor that played this guy. Dude, it's the small things for me. Like, look at the way that he looks at people. Look at his posture, the look in his eyes. Like, you see this and you go, oh shit, that's Pablo. Like, he was so good in this show. I was sitting there going, man, how did they get Pablo Escobar to actually play himself in this show? It's incredible. And spoiler alert, especially since, you know, he's dead. I can't believe they dug him up for this. Like, he was so good. Dude, the way that he even turned, he's got this like commanding presence about him. It's so, even like this, have you seen that meme? Where's the meme? The one where he's just, is this it? Oh! Nope, that's not it. It's the standing one. Yeah, this meme, where he's just sitting there and just staring into the distance. There's even something about these looks that I just love. What a great show, man. Oh, love it. Peep Show is god tier comedy. I agree. Peep Show is still weird, even with all the explanations in the world. I love Peep Show. That's a great show. I'm getting some weird Bluetooth issues where random parts of Windows will be much louder, quieter than others. Over Bluetooth? That's bizarre. Bit, I might know how to fix that. Well, I don't know what kind of headset you've got, but try and set your microphone as not your headset microphone. That might fix it. That'll probably fix it. That'll almost definitely fix it. I'm very smart. Let me see. What else have we got? Fresh Prince. I'm not the biggest fan of Fresh Prince. I think it's really because I just lost so much respect for Will Smith recently. We all know why. The slap heard around the world. Let's see. Orphan Black, Never Shoot It. That's a cool photo. That makes me want to watch that show. Where are we? Roundabout here. Peaky Blinders. I've heard that's really good. By the way, I've been doing this for way longer than I thought. I've heard Peaky Blinders is really good. Parks and Rec is god tier comedy. Doesn't belong in this list. Brave New World, never seen it. Let's see, Rick and Morty, not on this list. Doesn't deserve to be on it. We're doing serious. Spartacus. Okay, I want to be very clear. We are only talking about the first season of Spartacus. We're not talking about the follow-up seasons after the main actor who was a god tier actor and went way too soon. And I was devastated when he died. We're not talking about the follow-up seasons. We're talking about the original season of Spartacus only. Oh, that might be god tier. The original season of Spartacus was god tier. Yeah. The original first season of Spartacus was god tier. The follow-up prequel season was okay. The following two seasons were both rubbish. but I would still rewatch them. We're only talking about first season, and it was God tier. I stand by that statement. And I'm only talking about the first one, and I think it's fair to only talk about the first one because the original actor died. I tidied up my audio devices as there's a bug with Battlefield that it just mutes your entire desktop if you've got more than one output device. Wait, what Battlefield? I might need to know that because I'm planning to play Battlefield for a little bit. I was actually only planning on being on for 3 hours, and I've been on for 2 hours and 47 minutes just talking and chatting, which has been really fun. Surely if your main cast member passes, it's assigned to cancel the show. It was only one season though. It was really, really sad, like genuinely really sad. He died. He was training for Spartacus, and he was feeling like, if I remember correctly, he kept getting like a tingle or pain in the bottom of his back. And that pain turned out to be cancer, which ended up it just took him so quickly. It's really sad. I really, really like that actor, and I remember watching like interviews of him and then his wife talking about the whole thing, and it's so sad, man. Like, shit like that doesn't normally get me. I don't know what it was about him as a person, or really the character he played with so much authenticity that I just loved. Oh god, still gutted about that. BBC did the same with Robin Hood series. Wait, the main actor for Robin Hood died? When was that out? Was that called just Hood? Should be fine as we were playing Star Wars in the same engine last week. Okay, cool. Right, let's continue. We're almost done. We're nearing the end. Missing some shows that I think should be here. Black Sails is the best of God tier, and it's not on the list, which is Star Trek Deep Space Nine is here. Star Trek Next Generation. I think Star Trek Next Generation, let's be really real, okay? In my heart of hearts, I want to say that it is the best God tier show. But I know that it is not. So then I go, is it the best of B tier? Well, let's put it there for a second. Yes, it is. Is Next Generation better than the Orville? I think that's debatable. Because, and I don't think it's a fair comparison. Despite the fact that they are the same thing, I don't feel like it's fully fair to compare them, because one of them has an extra 20, 30 years, you know, between the last one to look at how you could improve it and improve it. I don't think that, while I would rather watch Next Generation before watching Dexter, Mindhunter, maybe Marco Polo, maybe Narcos, I'd watch TNG before watching Breaking Bad again. Same with Better Call Saul. Happy would be debatable because I love that show. I do think it belongs in alpha tier, and I'm going to put it above the Orville and keep it there. Even though Star Trek is more serious than the Orville, which kind of puts it above, that puts it above as well. There's a lot of, like, you know, so-and-so episodes that you won't get in, like, Happy. Every episode is great. More or less every episode of Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad is a masterpiece. Narcos is close to that standard, along with Mindhunter and Marco Polo. This was similar. Misfits only just scrapes into A tier. So I would put it roundabout there in the A tier list. I want to put it God tier, but it's it's just not up to the same. Like, when we compare it to Vikings, Ozark, Game of Thrones, it's not in the same league as them. And Westworld and Spartacus only just scrape into God tier. They really do. First season of Spartacus only. He didn't die, but he quit, and they continued Robin Hood without Robin Hood in it. Shut up. Wait, they didn't even recast him, they just continued without him? Oh my god. It is one of the best God tier shows. In my heart, TNG is a God tier show, but in reality, I don't think it is. But it's very close. I see Happy in your alpha tier. I worked on season 2. Shut up. Did you work on... it's funny, I've actually met people who worked on season 1. So I've met some of the VFX artists that worked on season 1. I went out and it had a job type thing. Over in Glasgow, and met some of them. They were really nice. And they told me that it passed on to a different company for season 2. That's crazy that you worked on that. It's one of my favorite shows. I absolutely love it. But anyway, for anyone that's not watched it, if you haven't seen Happy, for the love of God, you've never seen anything like it. Go and watch it and then tell me how much you liked it, okay? Hey Richard, how's it going, man? How things? How was your weekend? Right. Almost done. We're almost done. Santa Clarita Diet. I really, that is probably at the top of my need to watch list. Probably, yeah. Top of the list. Yes. You know what? I'm taking Gotham off my need to watch list and a series of unfortunate events. I don't care about them. Bates Motel, I don't care. Those ones I want to watch. Where are we? Sherlock. Ooh. Sherlock is the bottom of A tier. I've not seen all of it, but every single episode was a masterpiece. That's all I've got to say. That's a quick one. We just did Star Trek. What's that? Oh, that's Heroes. Is that Heroes? No, that's Stargate 1. That's what that is. 2.5 Men. I liked that show before and after Charlie Sheen. I thought it was good before and after. The Americans, I really want to see that. That looks good. Never seen it. Blacklist, never seen. The Crown, never seen it. Even the title alone. The Grand Tour is the American show I was thinking of. Oh, not the American, the new Top Gear show. IT Crowd, great show. Not in this list, shouldn't be. End of the World, never heard of it. The Newsroom, never heard of it. The Office, Night of, The Office again. Let's see, Twilight Zone, The Wire. I've heard that The Wire is incredible. Same with X-Files, but I've never seen either. Probably should. Titans, I watched 2 episodes of that, never turned it on again, I hated it. Umbrella Academy. How is the Umbrella Academy here, but The Boys isn't here? Umbrella Academy is the best of B tier. It's almost A tier. Almost. I think it's the best of B tier. Is Umbrella Academy better than Stranger Things? Wait, hold on. I need to relook at this. Stranger Things or Killing Eve? What's better? Stranger Things. Stranger Things or Jessica Jones? Stranger Things. Umbrella Academy or Stranger Things? That's actually really tough. I think I would rather watch Umbrella Academy, but Stranger Things is... Yeah, Stranger Things. I feel like Killing Eve should be there. It's not better than Hannibal and Versace and all that. Jessica Jones is not better than those as well. But it is better than Killing Eve. But iZombie's better than Jessica Jones. That makes more sense to me. Stranger Things, Umbrella Academy, Californication, House of Cards, Hannibal, Versace, iZombie, Jessica Jones, Killing Eve, Lost. That's better. That makes more sense. Yeah, I like that more. Have you seen the new Shaggy design and the new Scooby-Doo HBO? I have. Yeah, I've seen it. Well, the main studio is in Glasgow. They passed to a sister company in Bristol where I was working at the time. I literally spent a week because they weren't happy with the smoke from the cigarette, baby. I love that. I like that. I like that commitment to making it look good. Definitely watched a lot of X-Files as a kid. I've never seen it. There's an episode of X-Files where Gillian Anderson goes under hypnosis and ends up moaning in distress a lot, so my parents yelled from the other room because they thought it was... Oh my god, that's hilarious. Dude, that shit... I want a detached house just so I can watch movies where there are like scenes of someone being killed or something like that without having to turn down the volume because I'm worried about what the neighbors are going to think it is. I think that's everything. Under the Dome I've heard is good. I've not seen it. So, what's missing from this list and where should it be? There are 2 shows that are missing, and they are arguably, not even arguably, they are the 2 best shows that are both missing. Number 1, ahead of Vikings, should be Black Sails. The best show ever made. Hands down, no contest. And either ahead or behind of Black Sails, I don't know where it should be. I feel like maybe just behind Black Sails, possibly the best show ever made, The Boys. I think this is a pretty fair list. I don't think I've missed anything. I am very disappointed in this list for not having The Boys, and especially not having Black Sails, which has been out for a while, and done. The disrespect of not having Black Sails on this list disgusts me. So, let's go over the list one last time. My parents always had a habit of walking in at the worst times, watching a scary movie with my friend. My mum walks in without knocking, right as Pam Anderson's chest is full frame. I'm lucky I never had that. That never happened to me. Okay, let's go over the list. Black Sails. No. The Boys, Black Sails, and this is in order. Vikings, Ozark, Game of Thrones, Westworld, Spartacus, Season 1, in that order, God tier. Don't think I've ever heard of Black Sails. Russell, you can't find anything better. Trust me. It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. I stand by it being one of the best shows, if not the best show ever made. Alpha tier shows. In order. Happy, Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, Narcos, Marco Polo, Mindhunter, Dexter, Star Trek, The Next Generation, The Orville, Misfits, Sherlock. B tier shows. In order. Stranger Things, Umbrella Academy, Californication, House of Cards, Hannibal, The Murder of Versace, American Crime Stories that is, or American Crime Story, iZombie, Jessica Jones, Killing Eve, Lost. G tier shows. Orange is the New Black, Black Mirror, Firefly, Afterlife. D tier, Fear the Walking Dead, which is better than The Walking Dead, Heroes, Fargo, that's Heroes Season 1, which I thought was really only a D tier show. Crap tier. Love, Death and Robots, Luke Cage, Dark, and worst of the worst, Iron Fist. I don't see anything that I've missed here that isn't a serious show that I haven't already watched. I think everything else I've either not seen or it doesn't really deserve to be in this list. The Flash doesn't deserve to be here. You know, 2.5 Men, Simpsons, Rick and Morty, you know, these are ones that don't deserve to be in this list. As well as like Fresh Prince and etc. House of Cards kind of deserves to be in this list, but it's been a long time since I've seen it, and really, it'd probably be top of G tier. Stuff it. I did really like, not second in G tier, House of Cards. House. There's nothing, all the rest of the stuff I've not really seen, like Gotham, Series of Unfortunate Events. A lot of this stuff I've not, Peaky Blinders I've never seen, don't really have any interest in it. Like, I don't like the aesthetic, you know? Yeah, the OA, I've heard that's good. I think that's a pretty good list. How about that?